morning. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the program. Hi. Hello, how are you? We're doing it. I think we're doing it. Says Tiff. I've spent all morning in Tiff's cheese. And no, that's not a euphemism for when you spread an older woman's labia and it looks like a toasted panini as the bread comes apart and the stringy cheese. I took out a can of that cheese. You know, you say canned cheese, it does sound like, okay, you're eating canned cheese? It is bad. It is bad to say that. So I'm sorry, but I have been eating canned cheese. I can't stop taking a hammer and chisel and just ting, ting, ting. Chiseling off shale from that cheese brick. And I was going to smoke some of it, but now I'm like, I just keep eating it. And last night I smoked a turkey breast and I made myself a delicious turkey sandwich. And this morning I made myself a bacon, egg, and cheese with that cheddar. Oh my God. Oh my God. And then you got Bill Bixby in our chat just saying, stop it with the cheese. Stop with this cheese. I won't. I'm sorry that I found something that brings me joy and it came out of a cow tit. Canned cheese. What a time to be alive. It does. It sounds like I'm talking about Cheese Whiz. You gotta really get it together. Panhandler says, I sent you a love email. You're welcome. I didn't get it. I don't know what you're talking about. It's pretty gay stuff. And I don't want to be a part of it.
Listen to the mandolin rain. Listen to the music on the lake. Listen to my heart break every time she runs away. Oh, listen to the banjo wind, a sad song drifting low. Listen to the tears roll down my face as she turns to go, Listen to the mandolin rain.
I don't mean to get all Captain Corelli on you all, but we're going to be talking about mandolin. The Mandolincident, I'm calling it. Is that good? The Mandolincident. Karl from Who Are These Podcasts? Kevin Brennan. Oh my God. Oh my God. Do me a favor. Hit the like button today. Again, I don't think Fearless is even doing her job anymore. She's left the Onion. She declared, I don't get paid enough for this. And she took off. All because Stevie Lou and his crew of bullies wouldn't leave her alone. Just leave her alone. She doesn't even answer me anymore. I asked her a dog-related question 3 days ago on Discord. No answer. And so I had to take my dog to the vet yesterday. Emergency vet. Thank you for having dog insurance. Melton doesn't have insurance, but his dog does? It's cheaper. And also I can take my dog in and just pretend I have the symptoms. My dog is having the symptoms. Anyway, my dog has been scratching her ear, so I thought she might have an ear infection. And hold on, she says I did answer. Oh, I got no answer. Hold on, she says I did answer. Am I crazy? Hold on, now she answered. Okay, you answered at 9 p.m. last night. 11 p.m. your time. So I'm crazy. I sent you a thing on the 23rd. That's Tuesday. And you answered last night at 11 p.m. and I'm the asshole. That I didn't wake up and go check to see if you'd finally come around. Okay, she answered. Okay, she did answer. Like a minute ago, she said, I'm not a vet. I know. I just knew. You do dogs, and I thought you might have it. I'll never ask again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I thought you had. Look, you don't owe me anything. I'm not angry about it. This is just a bit. Don't go Clay Combs on me and just, God, how bad does Clay Combs? Apparently Clay Combs called in. He's the shaman guy. Apparently he called in during the last show, and I didn't even know it was him. But I should have put two and two together. I forgot he's the guy who can't stop doing the King of the Hill voices. He thinks he's so good at it, but he only has two things to say. Ah, boy, I tell you what. It's just it's over and over again. I tell you what. I tell you what. It's like, wow, what a great. Fearless said, I'm going to go watch Chad with Dalish. Wow. No, look, I thought you would have some experience. So, like these, I apparently have to pluck my dog's hair in her ears. And I've never even noticed a lot of hair in her ears. But you watch videos on how they do this. Have you watched it? They put this powder on your dog's ears, and then you take a cotton ball or a cotton pad, and you grab all the hair inside your dog's ears, and you just yank it out. And then your dog's supposed to just be like, cool, and not scream. Yeah, apparently you do that. So anyway, I started doing that, and I thought I was gonna tug my whole dog's eardrum out. It didn't feel right, so I stopped. And the only person I know who knows anything about dogs is Fearless. So I messaged Fearless. I was like, "Are you supposed to be? Is this a prank on me?" My groomer does this, when I take her in. And I've cleaned my dog's ears, but she never had this amount of hair. I think she just matured or something, and she just started growing hair out of her ears like this. So she was scratching it a lot, and her ear was all red, and I was worried she might have an infection. So I took her to the vet yesterday. She seemed happy. She's eating. She's playing. She's running around. So I don't think she has an infection, but I don't want her scratching her ear and getting it all, dogged up. Anyway, she doesn't have an infection. They showed me how to clean her ears out. It was $100. Hold on. She said I had to phone a friend. I thought you were pranking me. No, I look. I'm sorry. I know look, Fearless does, I think, dog training and agility and obedience and stuff. And yeah, no, I reached out because I know you know about dogs. I wasn't trying to. You don't owe me anything. This is, of course, a joke. I'm not mad. I thought I really got to do this stuff now because everybody takes everything so seriously now on the net.
Oh wow! Oh my goodness.
Melton said. Melton said he knows everything. Oh, does he? Oh, do he?
It's like if you just know something that Kevin Brennan doesn't know, he gets so mad. I mean, he's so angry. These people are. It's like the more they tell you how angry I am, and Melton gets mad, and Melton says, and Melton gets angry. It's like Melton's not angry about any of this. I'm not, for edification for everyone, I'm not complaining about any of it. You fucking pussies. I swear to God. Thank you, Waver. And thank you, Be Smiley. Now where's Pulper? I don't get it. Sheila Aliens, not that you earned it. Come on, man. Come on. Turbs McGurk, which is not a real guy. If we are being honest, they would have done a week's worth of content if that had been Stuttering John in that video. Yeah, we're going to get into it. I don't necessarily agree. I think I've got a different take than everybody else, but I think once I show you something, I think you'll kind of feel differently. I guess. In full disclosure, again, I'm doing a show with Karl from WATP. He's coming to Hackamania. This is not a secret. Karl and WATP are on the lineup for Hackamania. But also, in full disclosure for me, I have never, and I mean this, I have never watched an episode of Who Are These Podcasts? Like a full like episode of a show. I watch the clips a lot. I watch the clips all the time. I don't watch every clip. I'm not, insane. But I'd be worried if you watched every episode of this program. Get a life. So I just have a different take. So anyway, I'm at the vet yesterday. I didn't watch MLC live. I assumed it would be Kate and Chad because Kevin told us the day before that this was the new lineup every day, Kate and Chad to get Melton. And I was like, please, no. And then, of course, the next day, no Kate and Chad. I'm not kidding you. I really think this is what's going on. The money is down. KB might not want to admit this. And I'm not even saying it in the sense of like before. I think the money is way down. I think the money's way down. You're watching now. There ain't a chat over $50. There ain't a chat over $50. These days, I think of sitting back and not having anything to talk about and just waiting for hundreds of dollars to roll in so you can make a smarmy comment here and there about a $50, $100 thing. I think it's ending. I think even the people who are clearly ballers with lots of money, like DK's in our chat, Vaping Dago, Bentley, all these guys, even the guy, the Chandler, Broccoli, Nice, Fuck You, all these, I assume it's all the same guys just creating new names. It is over. I called this a long time ago, and you're all like, it's not going to end, Melton. Oh, Melton was wrong. It's not going to. I mean, it just has to. It has to. Even Chris Bueller's in our chat going, no more big super chats, man. And this guy used to give 50 left and right, peeling them off like he just got out of a limo. I just look, and I'm not saying people don't support. I'm not saying people don't support the shows. They do. I'm just saying it's coming in 5s and 10s and 20s. I think the guys are realizing I can get 5 good comments in for $20 instead of sitting 100 and looking like a baller. Like, who gives a fuck if you look like a baller? Now, all this being said, I do, rely on support from fans of the show, but it's like, join the overdose. I don't, if you don't have $5 to give every day, like, Jesus Christ, who cares? I mean, these guys aren't going to do a show anymore. It's like, they're almost telling you. It's like Kevin gets to the end of the super chat. He's like, all right, we're caught up. All right, goodbye, everybody. Hold on. No one's giving money anymore, so the show's over? This has to end. It has to end, and it's not going to end nice. You know what I mean? Nice. It's not going to end nice.
My Krang cost a late night fee. Your Krang got the HIV. My Krang plays on the double feature screen. Your Krang went straight to DVD. My Krang bigger than a bridge. Your Krang looked like a little kid's. My Krang large like the Chargers, the whole team. Your Krang looked like you 14.
This is Mickey Avalon. My Krang cost a late night fee. Your Krang got the HIV. My Krang plays on double feature screen. Your Krang went straight to DVD. My Krang bigger than a bridge. Your Krang looked like a little kid. My Krang large like the Chargers whole team. Your Krang looked like you 14. Is that it? I like that. My dick.
No one knows what it's like to be the bad guy, to be the sad guy, and block everything.
Oh, God. Can we get over it? Gabriel Archer, member for 10 months. Please accept this non-baller support. Every little bit helps. Why don't you join? Hey, for $1.99, you can chat, members only chat, and catch all of the shows while they're live. Cheapest membership on the net, $1.99. And of course, if you want access to everything, join the Overdose Light right here at nobodylikesonions.org. We're an organization, and you can't prove otherwise. 50C3 tax status, and we'll be claiming every dollar. I can't back any of that up. Flat Cat Jessica definitely didn't earn it. JK. I don't think we talked to her anymore. I don't think we talked to Flat Cat. Guys, we're not talking to Flat Cat. We're not talking. Everyone pretend like you can't see her chats. We won't ban her. We won't block her. I mean, I've already muted her on every platform, but we won't ban her. We won't block her. But do not fuck her. Do not knock her. Everyone just pretend you can't see her. Everyone just pretend we don't even notice her chat. That's what I say. That's what I say. Single mother of 5. Did KB take Adam to part-time to save money? I'm not kidding. I think it all is. His threat to it's Chad and Kate Meany every show, as if, first of all, I don't think you could do it. Prove you can do it. Prove you can put up with it, old idiot. I don't think he can do it. Second of all, I don't think he can afford it. I win either way, because look, either way, he's got to start paying people every show, which we know he's getting very tired of doing. I'm not kidding. I think the money is way, way down. This is a guy telling you memberships don't matter. Well, these are the biggest contributions he gets now are memberships. Somebody giving 20 memberships, that's $100. That's $100. He don't get hundreds no more. He don't get hundreds no more. So thank God for memberships, which don't really affect your bottom line. Liar. I mean, this guy just lies about everything. Memberships are dumb. I'll never do memberships. You got memberships. Melton's dumb. He locks his chat down to members only. So do you. And you ban anybody who don't like Kevin. Loser. I mean, Kevin will tell you what he's going to do by screaming about what he hates. Clip shows suck. And now you have the worst clip show on the internet. I mean, you know why Kevin thinks clip shows suck? He sucks at clip shows. He's literally turning into Chad before our eyes. We're watching him turn to Chad before our eye. He watches shows and goes like, I mean, this is bad. This is bad. Who watches? This is bad. It's like, oh boy. So I don't know what it is. I don't know if you become everything you hate or you hate everything you can't be and then try to do it. I don't know what it is, but I fucking love it. It's great. Again, all he did 3 weeks ago was scream about how clip shows are dumb. And all he does every day now is the worst clip show you've ever seen. It's like 50-50 on whether he'll even be able to load it up and get it to play to you, or he's going to have to do it over his fucking phone. It's bad. It really is bad. So anyway, I love it. I love watching it. And yesterday, I just have a different take than everybody. I really do. But I think we have to watch the clip everyone's talking about first, right? I think we have to watch the Mandolincident. The Mandolincident. Just to talk. So again, I don't see Kevin's show yesterday. I don't get any messages about Kevin's show yesterday. So I didn't know what was going on. And again, my head's in a different place. I'm with my dog at the vet. And then after the vet, I took her to the park to let her run and have a little fun. And so I missed the whole MLC yesterday. I'm not going to lie and pretend I've, even at this point, watched it all. So I go last night, of course, to just check in and see what's going on. And I fire up MLC. And of course, it's the same Melton stuff. And then he's like, I got a clip to play. And I was like, oh boy, here we go. Because, I again, KB's turned into a full-on fledgling Chad Zumach cuck. These guys are just complete. Say whatever you want about me. I'm inconsistent, or I'm mean, or I go after. This go after thing is really the calling card of a fucking moron. If I hear one more person say go after, here's how you know somebody's a fucking loser. When they say the phrase go after. Fucking die. Fucking die, losers. I've been again, if only somebody had been recording this. I've been calling this since the Chad Zumach Steel Toe day. Remember when Steel Toe tapped out 4 or 5 times? Like, these guys have gone too far. Chad Zumach, we didn't realize he's a mental patient. And, we didn't want to get involved in that. We do a lighthearted, fun show. We do a fun show. And Chad Zumach's gone too far. He's going after my ex-wife. He's going after it's like, and I sat here and told you all, again, it's all on tape or hard drives. Or not even, I don't even know. Could be on a solid state sort of a situation. It's all recorded. I'm going like, what did Chad do? Chad did nothing, you pussies, and you're all tapping out. And Chad was screaming too, like Steel Toe's done nothing but go after me for like, go after. You pussies. You pussies. Make fun of? Post info about? I literally go like, Kate Meany's mother is Marianne Halford. They're like, wow, he's going after her mom. You guys are pussies. You guys are fucking pussies. I'm not kidding. Like, what the fuck? If you're going to be Steel Toe, or you're going to be WATP, or you're going to be Kevin, or you're going to be Chad, or you're going to be me, get over it. People are going to go after your people. Again, hang my wife. See who gives a shit. You think I give a fuck? Oh, Melton, he's giving out all your wife's info. First of all, is he? Second of all, good. And what? And what? Show me your power, losers. This is what emotional fucking losers do to try to, get to people. I'm not that guy. Chad said it himself. He's not that guy. I'm not that guy. Go after my wife. Do it. Do it, fags. Do it. Get her. You fucking idiots. See who gives a shit. What are you waiting for over here? An apology? Me to flinch? I ain't flinching. Do it. Bring her down. You know what I mean? What a fucking bunch of losers. I know you can't do shit. You don't know you can't do shit. So catch up to me. I mean, what do you think you're going to do? I'll wait. We got our photos that are public. We got our LinkedIn. We got our Instagram. Again, first of all, do you? Second of all, and now what? And now what? I'm waiting. What's happened to my family? You fucking losers. You'll never, ever, ever. This goes back to the Red Bar days. Find a video of me going, please stop. Please stop. Don't. I say the opposite. Go harder. And then you realize you can't. And then you realize that you can't. You sit there and go, oh, fuck. I've done everything I can do to her. And now what? So first of all, just let that be said. I'm waiting, losers. You're all fucking pussies and losers. He's going after my wife. Butch took me to court because I made fun of his wife's heritage and salsa. What? What if I went to court because you made fun of my wife's heritage or her food? Oh, my God. How's it going to go? How is it all going to go from here? Oh, no. Oh, no. So we'll wait. It makes you look dumber when you try desperate shit and it still does nothing. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, yeah, I didn't want to do this, but now we're DEFCON 5. We're going after Melton's wife. Okay. You're going to be the one who looks around and realizes you've launched all your missiles and nothing happened. Now what? Fucking idiots. What a bunch of fucking idiots. Burn her at the stake. See if I notice. Anyway, we're having a good time. Hit the like button. Good morning. Kate Meany's in the chat. Hit the like button, you old anal sack of shit. And that goes for all the haters watching this morning. Stevie Lou, Kevin Brennan, Shuley. Shuley's doing his show, Melton. He's not watching you. Oh, okay. As if he doesn't have an earbud in. They all do. Oh, God. So I do got to talk about this, and we got to be fair here. Now, I turned on MLC yesterday. Can we just watch it? We'll just watch it together and see how it goes, okay? We'll just watch it together. We'll see how it goes. We're not going to watch a lot of this, I promise, because I skipped forward an hour and he was still replaying the same video and going on and on about it. So I don't know how much we'll watch. We'll watch a little bit of it here. You tell me. You tell me. I'm not going to give you any impressions or anything right now, but you tell me how this plays out for you. Stella B says, been 40 weeks. Oh, member for 10 months. Been 40 weeks when we met. You're the daddy. Oh, no. Is that a pregnancy thing? Roger Rodriguez, member for 33 months, tailing just behind Moody as one of our longest members ever on the channel. Thanks for posting content while you're on vacation. I enjoyed watching the shows you picked to replay. They were some real gems. Not everyone felt that way, but thank you very much. Kevin lost his mind. Kevin thinks I invented it. Just like sniping. I mean, these guys are such fucking out of it dinosaurs. Oh, and now Joey C's playing best of because he got the idea from Melton. It's like, what in the... Yeah, I'm the first one to play best of stuff. When I'm gone. I mean, just what a bunch of fucking out of it losers. The ghost of Mr. P has a huge puss and thinks he's gonna kill me in LV, Las Vegas. The man went into a diabetic shock 30 days ago and is a violent drunk. Someone bring sugar cubes so I can defend myself. Mr. P has been missing, and before that, he did go completely volatile, I believe. I do think he completely lost his mind. I don't know. He was like, he would make these screen names where he's like, Melton's a piece of shit or Melton's a grifter or all this stuff. And then he would like constantly send in these comments to that effect, like putting me down. And then he was sending me emails like, don't worry, I got your back. I got a suite for us. Can't wait to meet you in AC. We're going to hang out. Things are cool. And I'd be like, you're sending super chats saying, and then now he's like, no, I'm trolling everybody. It's like, so I can't keep up with these idiots. Mr. P might be a nut. I know he's a veteran. We've had some deep conversations about vet shit. You know, he seemed like a nice normal man to me on many occasions. His P.O. Box packages are some of the best P.O. Box packages in the world. And by the way, if you haven't sent in your stuff for the P.O. Box, you're really going to want to do that. Nobody likes onions. P.O. Box. 4948 Mountain Vista Street. P.O. Box 13932. Las Vegas 89121. We do have a queue of stuff already piling up to go through that started coming in Friday before I left. So we do have some P.O. Box stuff to get through. We'll do that again very, very soon, and it's not too late to get your stuff in to the P.O. Box. Again, Nobody Likes Onions, 4948 Mountain Vista Street. Number 13932, Las Vegas 89121. Okay, so get it in. And now the ghost of Mr. P is a two-faced coward, fear the claw. So now there's like fake ghosts of Mr. P doing stuff. So I love it. I can't wait for it. I don't really get it all, but I'm in. Principled Uncertainty, a member for 9 months. Kevin is a bitter old queen. I mean, he really is. Like, he really is. I love it. People keep going, and Kevin's like, I ain't gonna fuck if anybody likes me. It's like, I love it. I really do. He cracks me up. He's so fucking out of it and gone, but like, I can't not be a fan. I really enjoy it. I really do enjoy MLC. There's something about it. Look, again, I don't watch every episode. I can't. But I really can't. Like, I don't know. I'm the same way as him. Like, I have the same type of autism. Maybe not to that extreme, but whatever that narcissism, autism is, I think I have the same thread of it. Because, you know, like, he wants everything to be exactly how he wants it, and he doesn't understand. Like, I do my best to go, like, figure out why I'm wrong. I want everything to be X, and I don't understand why it's X. That Kevin stops there with his logic. I try to figure out why. And Z, if we have time. But not Kev.
Look, honey, look. I got this video clip loaded. I'll show Melton. Do you think if I play the same clip 7 times, that's too many? And Melton is a mansplainer.
Yeah, dumb people do get mad at smart people. Not that I'm even the smartest people. I just think when I'm hanging out with Chad and Kevin, it makes me look intelligent. Ban Flat Cat. I'm up for it. I think, again, a better thing is just ignore her. Like, what if you just pretend like everything she says doesn't matter or wasn't seen by the human eye? All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a program called Misery Loves.
You're listening to Misery Loves Company. Company Alive at youtube.com/MLC Podcast.
By the way, congrats on 750 episodes, Kevin. Look at that. Look at that. But real quick, I gotta address this. People, Kevin was going like, Kevin's big argument, come back to everything is, oh yeah, if Melton knows more about YouTube, how come nobody's ever heard of him until he came? It's like, first of all, again, Kevin is stuck in like the dingiest corner of the internet, thinking it's the internet. Old people always think whatever sandbox they're in is the universe. It's like, no one's heard of any of us. You fucking idiot. You fucking loser. No one's heard of any of us. You fucking idiot. Second of all, he does this thing of like, how come he's been doing this 20 years and nobody even... It's like, if I had as many people listening to my podcast as you have, Kevin, I'd slisp my wrists. You have 2,000 viewers max on a good day. You take your 800, 900 Patreons, and let's say they all watch every episode. They don't. And let's say they're all different than the people who watch live on YouTube. They're not. You get 900, 1.1 thousand watching live, and then you have 800 watching on your Patreon. You have 2,000 viewers, loser. You have the smallest podcast. I mean, maybe Opie. 2,000 viewers? Pfft. If I had 2,000 viewers to my show, I'd end it. I haven't had 2,000 people watch my show since 2005. You idiot. So just keep sleeping, dork. This motherfucker's pounding his chest. Everyone watches your show live because you lock it down and they can't watch it later and they don't want to give you money, idiot. So then 900 people give you money to watch it. I mean, again, if only 2,000 people watched my show, I'd kill myself. Now, you make more money than everybody with those 2,000 listeners, so you're doing great. You're actually doing great. I mean, you get $50,000 checks from YouTube every month, I imagine, or used to. So I imagine you're doing great. But again, everything you try to flex, you're losing on. This thing where you go like, how come nobody watches your show then? It's like, you'd be hard pressed to ever find an episode of my show that had as few viewers as your show, idiot. Like, holy shit. If I ever found out 2,000 people watch my show, I'd be hitting the bottom of the ketchup bottle going, and what else? So let's just get that straight away. But anyway, I get it, Kevin. You're a big old star. Tell us what's on the agenda today. Let's see what the show's about today.
Wow. All right, everybody. What are we doing? I hope I got everything right. I'm going to try something different.
He's going to try something different today.
I'm going to do, respect for Joey C, I'm going to do a non-talking show. Remember when he did a non-talking show? That was crazy. That was crazy. Crazy. Anyway,
you talking about me or Joey?
I want to show some. I listen, I don't want to set up too badly, but I'm a little disgusted. Not even disgusted, just disappointed with everybody's such a coward, like literally cowards. You know, it's like Melton now.
I can't wait.
Melton going after, like Melton always
going after. Again, siren song of a stupid person. Okay. What? Literally yesterday? Hold on. Literally yesterday, Kevin's on there like, Melton's going after Kate's mom. And then people are like, Melton never went after Kate's mom. He tagged her in one tweet. And then Kevin's like, that's fucking ridiculous. That's shit. And then people are like, yeah, Chad actually threatened to rape your daughter. And Chad is like giving out people's wives' information, like linking to accounts and stuff, trying to get them in trouble with, and Kevin's like, yeah, but Melton. It's like, ooh, double standard. And let's not forget, I was against this when Bob did it. I was against it when Kevin did it. He was going after Ken Mosca and Gladwell Ape and stuff. And you're like, Patrick, you've had fun with Gladwell Ape. I'm like, this motherfucker's texting me. I'm not allowed to talk about things that come at me. Fuck you all for not knowing the difference. Again, if you're that dumb, I don't want you as a fan. I really don't. It's too dumb. You're too dumb to be over here hanging out with us. If you think I'm not allowed to talk about texts I get when Gladwell Ape inserts himself into my shit, you're dumb. You're dumb. And I would never advocate for fucking with Chad's living situation. I mean, he needs a place to live. And it's just funny that he had to run out and buy a sofa because we made fun of him not having a sofa. I mean, come on.
Punches down, don't he?
Oh, Melton only punches down. So by that definition, Kevin, you're below me. You're a loser. I mean, what is this? First of all, I don't subscribe to everybody else's woke frame. I'm sorry. I don't do the punching up, punching down thing. I punch. I never really learned how to fight, so I kind of put my head down and flail. There's no up, there's no down. I mean, it really is. This whole thing is just, again, a frame for losers. Melton only punches up. Melton only punches down. It's like, what? Steel Toe used to have tons more listeners than me. We used to come scream about it. I was like, Chad, why are you keep calling Steel Toe losers? They have more views than all of us. I used to say this. Remember? Us, I said. Steel Toe has way more views than me. Chrissy Mayer has way more views than me. WATP has way more views than me. Kevin Brennan has way more live viewers than me. Not more views. That's just not a fact. I mean, so that has flip-flopped. That is flip-flopped, has it not? Steel Toe can't get 2,000 views on a show anymore. I mean, we've crossed the threshold. I thought it would take longer, but we've crossed it. Steel Toe cannot get 2,000 views on a video in 24 hours anymore. They can't do it. 1.2 to 1.5 thousand is their total number of views on a morning show now. Don't even get me started on the night shows. So when I was punching up when we started, right? But now I'm punching down, right? And I used to respect Kevin Brennan a little bit, but he's gone off the deep end. So now I'm punching down at Kevin Brennan. And I think I tweeted at Opie yesterday, and I'm punching down at Opie, right? And Mersh makes $4,000 a month, which is more money than I've ever seen in my life, and has 4,000 live viewers on his main show. So he's doing better than me. So that's punching up as well. I'm having trouble calibrating myself in space. I feel a little bit like Sandra Bullock's in Gravity. Just floating. Which way is, how do I orient myself? Which ones are up and which ones are down? Oh, wait. None of this means anything, and Kevin Brennan's retarded.
Really always punches down. I mean, Kate Meany was what, doing
Again, no one's talking about Kate Meany anymore. All Kate Meany has to do is shut the fuck up and stop striking videos, and then we'll move on. Oh, and stop going on podcasts and saying insane shit. Don't get me wrong. If Chad and Kate Meany are like the main characters on MLC now, we will be going after Kate Meany for being retarded. She can't. I mean, sorry. It's one of the most prolific lolcows of our time. It's this dumb bitch who doesn't realize all the dumb shit she says. And now it's like all running through a Melton filter continuously. Everything that comes out of her mouth, she's like, let's see what Melton does with that. Let's see what I mean, Kevin's already there. Kevin's been there for a few weeks. Let's see what Melton does with this. Oh, God, Melton's going to love that. Oh, Melton's going to have a field day with this. Melton's going to do 7 hours on that. I mean, he says it 6 to 7 times a show. he says it a lot. So we're all over the place, and all of this is Kate's fault. She knows it. Whether or not she admits it or whatever, she knows it. She tried to call and apologize to Gino. That didn't go well. She knows she was wrong about striking my channel and that anyone's allowed to talk about anyone because she's started talking about anyone. She's gone too far. This is what all these other people do too. All these people go like too far. They go like, Melton's not allowed to talk about me, strike his channels, but I'm allowed to dox people's children and say where they go to school and stuff. It's like, ooh, or you lose your Twitter account if you do that, right, Kate?
Karaoke at a wedding, and Melton was like, I gotta get that.
Imagine this. It's like, first of all, that was a month and a half ago, Kevin. I mean, so he comes into this show. I already start to get this vibe. Kevin had nothing for yesterday, for his show. He opens his show saying this. Melton is going after Kate Meany. He found a video of her singing at a wedding, and now he's just playing that. It's like, that's been a meme on my board for a month and a half.
She's a good girl, praise about Elvis.
Kevin's just bringing that up yesterday. Do you think he's enraged about this? Do you think he's really mad about this? Do you think he wanted to talk about this today? Like, we've got a really pressing issue today. Melton has dug up a video of Kate Meany singing at a wedding. And he's playing that. Always punching down. Always going after these girls. It's like, this is your lead story out of the gate on an MLC Wednesday solo show? You've picked up on something that happened December 11th. And you're leading with it on January 24th. So already I know Kevin is in fake outrage mode. Number one, he's 2 days out from getting paid, right? Number two, this is a month and a half old. I know he's seen it. He's been in the chat room during shows where we play this meme.
She's a good girl, praise about Elvis.
He's seen this. This isn't new. But he had nothing to talk about yesterday. Melton's not really going after anyone. Melton's not really doing anything wrong. The people he surrounds himself with are doing far more heinous shit than me. Kate Meany trying to dox children. She got kicked off Twitter for it. She's gone. Chad Zumach trying to dox and ruin my wife's life. Again, what a fucking cream puff. Go for it. I mean, what a loser. Go for it. But Kevin's got his head in the sand about all that. Top story, January 24th. Melton pulled a clip a month and a half ago of Kate Meany. Isn't he? What a fucking top story yesterday. Melton pulled a clip a month and a half ago of a girl. Isn't he pathetic? Top story yesterday. Okay, so Kevin has nothing. I mean, I recognize that right away. And again, if you're a Melton hater, you can sit and enjoy it all. That's fine. Let's be real. Let's use your analytical brain. This is a month and a half old. Kevin's definitely already seen it and known about it for a month and a half. And it's the top thing on his brain this morning. Melton pulled a clip of her singing at a wedding. Whew. Pathetic. Somebody said Stuttering John threatened your life yesterday. I didn't know, and I don't care. Do you understand? I'm not one of these fake idiots in the Dabbleverse who's A, scared, or B, gives a fuck. Let Stuttering John threaten my... This is what weak idiots do who are hurting. They lash out at people's family members and shit. Look, the only reason we ever tease dead Joey C's daughter and all this stuff is because of how it affects them. I don't... Jesus Christ. Nobody cares about Savvy C or Heather C. No one. I hope to God this young girl who made a fucking insane, horrible mistake when she was young, stabbing her entire family. Look, I mean, say whatever you want. Let's get serious here for a second. Say whatever you want. The person who can pull a knife and stab her entire fucking family violently. They're not doing well. They're not doing well. You know, as funny as that is. And I do get a chuckle out of it. I'd be lying if I said I didn't. I mean, that's fucking insane. It's insane. But as tragic as that is, it's a really damaged person who did that. And I think she was a teenager when she did it. And I do hope that when she gets out of jail in 2026, that she's done some work on herself and managing her emotions or whatever mental health issues she had. And I really do, you know, as tumultuous of a situation it would be to get dumped into Joey C and Christina C's existence and try to make a life for yourself. I mean this. I genuinely hope that girl stays out of prison and can now have a life, because she's lost a lot of her young years in jail from doing this very, very stupid, violent thing. So I really, like, I hope Joey doesn't go to prison anymore. I hope Joey doesn't go to the hospital anymore. This is pathetic, this heart attack, coma stuff. But, like, yeah, I don't want Joey in. What do I get if Joey's, you know, everybody's like, good riddance, let him die. And, like, I mean, weird. I mean, yeah, yes, you're not wrong. Sure, who cares? But why do you get out of it such pleasure? You know, it really is, like, at some point you're lacking if you, like, again, this is what Chad needs, because he doesn't have any talent or ideas. He needs other people to get out of the way so people can see him. It's like, or you could just work on yourself, man, and make yourself better, or try to get well soon or whatever. I you know, everybody keeps going like, what's the big deal? Kate Meany likes anal sex. Who cares? It's like, yes, that's why it's funny. She ran around trying to delete the internet because she said that. That's why it's only funny because of the reaction of the recipient. Do you understand that? Stuttering John and Chad are hilarious because Stuttering John and Chad can't stop acting like Stuttering John and Chad. Deluding themselves, coming out, putting a spin on everything that isn't legit at all. I mean, we're all just laughing because they react. This is what Kate Meany did, going around striking channels and freaking out because she said she loved anal sex. If she would have just gone, like, it's, you know, yeah, she likes anal sex. But now her life, her legacy, everywhere you Google, you know, it comes up Kate Meany, anal queen, anal sex, Marianne Halford's daughter, anal sex, anal queen. You came on and told us all that your mom hated this and doesn't like it. And then you Google Kate Meany's mom and her name comes up. Yeah, I mean, it's funny. Should you be contacting Kate Meany's mom or trying to ruin her employment? No. I only you get this, right? I mean, smart people do. I only tag Kate Meany's mom and say Kate Meany's mom's name because it drives Kate Meany nuts. It's the only one all this is aimed at. It's not for you. It's not a dog whistle. It really isn't. Kate Meany is so new to the internet, she sees her mom's name and she freaks out like, fuck, this is going to get me. It's like, it's not. First of all, Kate, it's not. It's not a big deal. But I know you're freaking out about it, so that's why it's funny. It's the only thing making it funny. It's the only thing making it funny. So, you know, again, whatever you think you're doing to me, have at it. The minute Kate Meany stops caring about all this, it all goes away. And I've told Kate Meany that from the beginning, but she can't. Saying she has the same problem as Chad. Like, they can't. Also, they have nothing to focus on. It's not like Kate Meany can go, I'm going to stop worrying about what people say about my mom and my asshole and just move on with my project. She doesn't have any projects. But, you know, her primary education, she focused on singing and acting. That will never work out because you've seen this.
She's a good girl.
She's a bad girl when it comes to acting. Not like Elvis and his boyfriend, too. I mean, it shows to that flunked. And then she literally gets the participation trophy of college degrees, the communications degree. And then 2 years past that, she's waitressing in her family's business. She couldn't get a job. Mark my words. She couldn't get a job waitressing at a regular place. She's at her family's business. This is nepotism junior. Yeah, I guess we can give her a hostess job. I guess we can let her carry drinks. She even admits she's not even good at that. She gets nervous when she has to carry a tray. It's like, oh my God. Oh my God. Maybe stop taking all the Coke up the asshole or whatever it is, allegedly. And then now she's like, I'm going to go to nursing school. It's like, Jesus Christ, will you grab onto one handle and pull it? Holy shit. Lock in a final answer already, okay? So I get it. She's fucking lost. So she has nothing else to focus on except what other people are saying about her. She doesn't have any ideas. And Chad's the same way. It's like, what do you think Chad's going to do? Stop worrying about what everybody says about him and build his studio? No, he's been staring at a mouse pad for 9 months going, now what? I got a new keyboard. Now what? One day I'm going to unbox this. But first, I have to save up for a sofa. Okay. All right, so Kevin has nothing. He opens it up with a month-and-a-half-old critique of me pulling a video of Kate Meany, which is super topical and important. And then let's see what he goes into.
I got it. That's my new. But I wanted to show everybody something I saw last night. I didn't know anything about this clip. So
Kevin saw this last night, what he's about to play. He's like, I saw this last night. I didn't know anything about this clip.
Told me about something else. So I saw this by accident, and I was like, how come no one's talking about this? How come no one's talking about?
Okay, so Kevin saw it last night by accident, but he wants to know why nobody's talking about it. Maybe nobody else has seen it? You saw it last night by accident. Why isn't this everywhere? I didn't know anything about it till a minute ago. Why isn't this everywhere? Okay.
This. I found it very odd that nobody was talking about this.
Again, Kevin found out about this hours ago, but he doesn't understand why nobody else is talking about it. I went and tried to look up this video. It was literally uploaded like right when Kevin found it. So Kevin found it the night before, and he wants to know why Melton hasn't done a show on it and why everyone else hasn't done a show on it. Well, I don't do shows in the middle of the night when you find things. I mean, what an insane, like, already I'm just getting the vibe that Kevin doesn't have. I didn't know what it was at this point. What is he going to be playing? What is he going to be playing? Let's keep going.
Because to me, it's the epitome of hypocrisy. Checking some notes. I did a little prep for it today. I know everyone's going to be highly disappointed that I did some prep. I'm not sure if we're going to have guests. I don't know if I can afford the guests.
This is real. This is real.
Everyone's coming in very pricey lately. It's just how it goes. I should negotiate. Well, listen, it comes down to a couple of things, and I've already discussed them. But I'll wait a couple of minutes. Sorry, I was late. I was actually ready to go early, but then I didn't want to fuck this up technically. So here we go. We'll play it a couple times. Hopefully. I already feel like I'm gonna fuck this up.
All right, I'm gonna zoom in on this so you can see it. The clip. This is Karl and his wife.
Okay, here we go.
Careful, the mandolin.
I know, I see it.
I was doing requests.
Okay.
We were playing requests for a little
Good
bit.
job. Did you take a nap?
I did not.
That was my request.
So just real quick for what people saw, it's Karl doing a live stream. I guess it's his wife. She walks in. He calls her Jenny Jingles, because I guess she makes the jingles for the show. She walks in, and Karl says, "Careful of my mandolin." He has a mandolin on the floor. Not the kind you slice vegetables with, but the kind you, guitar, mandolin, instrument. And he says, "Careful of my mandolin." She says, "Yeah, I see it," And then he says, "I was taking requests." Karl was like singing and taking requests. Just a heads up for Peter Sky Parker. Apparently, Karl takes requests. And then his wife says, "Did you take a nap?" And he says, "No, I didn't." And then she says, "Because that was my request." Now, first of all, let's just break this down. That's very funny. That's very funny. His wife to go, "Did you take a nap? Because that was my request." Can we appreciate the joke? Can we stop there and just go, "That's very funny"? That's very funny. For her to go, "Oh, you're taking requests? Because I request you take a nap." Okay, that's funny. Second of all, and I never thought about this, but Mycroft in the chat says, "Oh no, a spouse that's interested in her husband and made a covert sex request? How pathetic." Now, I never thought about it like that. Is that what it is? His wife is coming in saying, like, "I'd like to fuck"? Is that true? I mean, I that's not what I picked up on. That's not what I picked up on. But I think it was very fun. I think it was very funny for his wife to go, "Did you take a nap? Because that was my request." Now, there's so many ways you can interpret this. Husband-wife humor is terrible. I mean, look, whatever. You're all fucking pathetic if you think, if you have a relationship and don't joke, you're not in a healthy relationship. I'm going to tell you that right now. It is the indication of whether or not a couple is happy. If they have jokes and inside jokes and if they laugh together. It really is. I'm telling you, you can tell when a couple, if they're not like into each other, they don't joke, they don't talk. It's uncomfortable. So I'm past it. I'm not a cool podcast. So you got the wrong guy. If you think I'm going to come over here and laugh at this interaction, what I see here, it's the same thing I saw in Keanu. People don't like it. You're not going to like it, but it is. It is. I saw Keanu and Chrissy Mayer, posting a video up, and it's like you could easily watch that and go like, "Look at these two cunts. They just were having fun. They just were laughing and having fun." And you don't ever see anything like that from people who are really unhappy. Chad never uploads light, fun, happy videos anymore. They're all just like, "I've been dealing with this shit. I got a lot of fucking haters out there." Like, it really is. Chad's world is in a spiral. People like Chad and Kate and Kevin, I imagine it's just constant anxiety, on edge, worrying about who's getting you, nobody's getting you. Nobody's doing shit to you. Stop feeling everything so deeply. Stop. So this is the video. We watched the video, and I'll say this. If my wife ever walked in here while I was doing a show and had an interaction like that, no doubt she'd be strung up like one of those Handmaid's Tales girls along the sea. She'd be dangling from a wall so that all the other potential women in my future would know. No. But Karl does a husband and wife show. His wife has been on the show, Jenny Jiggles. And so people are going, and again, I love everybody, all these fucking hater trolls logic. They all pretend to have like some code of conduct or moral high ground when they do this shit. They go like, she's on the show, so she's fair game. By the way, these will be the same people who think they're posting stuff about my wife to get it out there. It's like, well, what's your logic for that? My wife's never been on the show, and she's a private person who doesn't want to be a part of any of this. She hates it. You know, she thinks Kevin Brennan's a total loser. She thinks I'm a loser, to be honest with you. She's never asked me to take a nap. Wink, wink. So, again, please have at it. You can't hurt me or my wife. I'm not saying stop. I'm not doing a timeout. Go for it, Chad. Tucker your little self out like every one of your other failed projects. So make my wife another one. I mean, what a fucking loser. Go. Carve her out and make a canoe. C. Thompson. But Jenny Jingles is on the show, so she's allowed to be made fun of. And by the way, that's fair. I agree with that. If you're a character on a show and people know your name and you bring your wife on a show, same as Steel Toe, it's not going to go well. People are going to make jokes about your intimate relationship. People are going to make jokes about her appearance. This is what we do to women. I'm sorry. It's unfortunate, but everybody gets it, right, KB? Titties. You know? Do you think she enjoys that? Every time we mention KB's name, it's all about tits. Do you think Kate Me enjoys that? Every time we mention her name, it's all about her carved out anal cavity. Do you think she enjoys that? No, but it's what we do to women. And look, wrong or right, you'd be dumb to think it's not going to happen. You'd be dumb to think, so you got Kevin now going like, wow, Karl married his mom. Karl married his grandmother. Karl married an old lady. And maybe Jenny Jingles came in here with her hair all oily and unshowered and in an unflattering shirt. This isn't me saying that. I'm just saying that. Yes. But also I didn't see the show. Now, Vince, the lawyer, I guess, cut this together. I didn't see the show, but let me just say this. Apropos of nothing. If I would have seen that as a reel on my own, I would have said that was like one of these couples reels that was made to be a reel. Only because, again, it's a punchy. Again, you could say it's dad humor or couples humor or whatever. Yes, but if genuine, it was a very quick response. Because it was like a little kid. He's like, "Don't step on my guitar." I was playing radio, and I was taking a request. And then she's like, "Did you take a nap?" She's like rubbing his head, like, "Oh, did you take a nap?" And he's like, "No." And she goes, "Because that was my request." It was so quick that I would be like, "Did they film that as a reel, like a cute couple reel?" Because that is a genre of reel that exists, like little couple interactions. I think Rodney Wayne likes to do those with his wife. So, but I guess this was part of a longer broadcast, so that's not the case. This was a genuine interaction. So, is it a little bit cringe? Yes. Is it embarrassing? Yes. I'm not the audience. I don't want for Kevin's, Kevin wants to know how come Mountain hasn't covered this. It's like, first of all, I guess it just came out the night before, so it's probably asleep. I mean, Kevin wakes up in the morning, sees a clip and goes, "How come nobody's talked about this yet? Very suspicious that no one's covered this video that came out 6 hours ago." It's like, okay. I mean, I guess if you say it loud enough, Kevin, from your mouth to God's ears, you old coot. So I don't watch WATP, and I don't understand the dynamic of Jenny Jiggles and Karl Hamburglers. So maybe their fans get this, or maybe she's a character that kind of does this to him all the time. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever paid attention. He has all these women on his show, and I can't tell him. Tammy Tightbox and all these people. So I don't know the dynamic. I don't know if their fans would get this better than a normal person. But yeah, from the outside looking in on it, I'd be like, okay, first of all, my initial reaction, I'm just being honest with you, is I thought it was a pretty good slam from her. But I also yeah, again, if my wife came in on my show, I'd be like, oh my God, telling me to take a nap. First of all, if I say I want to take a nap, my wife makes fun of me. Let me just explain my dynamic. My wife's just like, you fat fuck, you gonna take a nap? So I do wish my wife would come in every once in a while and be like, you should take a nap. I would love a nap. I would love a fucking nap. But yeah, a little bit cringe, a little bit embarrassing, a little bit funny. I'm just saying a little bit funny to me. Beloved Chatter says, you aren't punching down, you are punching less up than before. And I think that's a good way to look at it. You're not punching down, you're just punching less up. Yeah, that makes perfect sense with Steel Toe. Why did you lie about buying a Cybertruck, Melton? I never did that. I think I posted a Cybertruck pre-order picture in 2020. But pre-ordering a Cybertruck is not the same as buying a Cybertruck. So nice try. You'll never get me. Corb Rivers. Speaking of trying to get me, somebody posted the other day, like, Melton, you have a Facebook account with Nancy Pelosi's picture. So I found one of your alts. It's like, that's my main Facebook account. It says Patrick Melton, Las Vegas, Nevada. It is Nancy Pelosi's picture, but if you think that's an alt, that'd be like finding like a Facebook page, like the Nobody Likes Onions Facebook page, and saying like, I found one of your alts. Is the Circa a good option for the WATP Vegas show? I mean, you can stay wherever you want. I'm gonna be pitching some of the cheaper hotels for people near the venue, which again, you may not want to stay in. El Cortez, Downtown Grand, the D. But yeah, Circa's right there. Circa's a great hotel. Circa's the nicest downtown hotel, I'd say. If you want to do it up in style, Circa. But yeah, hopefully everybody, we'll start a channel on the Discord. I don't know if Ian Hawk's listening. Can we get a hashtag Hackamania channel on the Discord? Which again, I have to just tell everybody because Kevin's such a fucking idiot. The Discord is not a scary place. It's a chat room / forum that is publicly open. No one's giving out any information in there. No one tells anybody to go after anyone. You will be banned immediately if you come in there and start doxing people or formulating plans to go after people. I do not dog whistle. This is not a joke. We are not doing that. Grow the fuck up. I just told somebody else yesterday. I just put up a reel that was like roasting Bush Bradley about his stupid wife. And then the guy who edits my reels made another one about his wife, the salsa lady, putting her photo all over it and stuff. And I was like, let's not. Even though she is kind of a public person, it's Carla's homemade salsa and she's on the jar, we don't have to do that. We really don't have to do that. It felt wrong to me. I sent that reel back and rejected it. I was like, it's too much. It's too much. Look, would I ever stick my dick in that thing he calls a girlfriend? No. But that's Butch Bradley's business. That is not my business. And you may feel the same way about Karl's wife. Wow, that's an old. I'm not judging anybody's wife. My wife looks like chunky mayonnaise, if that's a thing. So, I can't make fun of anybody's wife. I would never dream to do that. It's the best I could do. She's not much. She's very, very ugly and gross. But she's the only one who would say yes. If you could see all the clips of me proposing to women on stage before that, where they're just like, no, thank you. So when she did it, I was elated. I couldn't get over myself. And I signed. Anyway, this is Kevin's reaction to the video we just saw. So this is my take on it. If my wife ever walked in and did that to me, I think I would never go online again. That's not what my show is. His wife is on his show, so the dynamic, I imagine, is differently. And also, most people aren't embarrassed by their wives. Most people are not embarrassed by their wives. Most people are not, this thing the internet does, they do it with our fans too, where they're like, your fans are fat losers. It's like, yeah, most of America are fat losers. I don't know, I don't know I don't know what slice of the population you're looking at or living in, but we can't all be Mr. Kill Everything. It's just chiseled, gorgeous specimens. You're probably not great looking, and your wife is probably not the best looking. Who cares? Who cares? I mean, if you ever catch me doing a show where I'm just like, can you believe this wife? Look at this wife. I mean, you've already lost. You've already lost. Sam Tripoli's wife. I don't know her. She looks like Chunky Mayo with a huge bottom jaw. Yeah. I mean, yeah, everybody's got, everyone wants to draw different where the wild things are to depict people's wives. And that's fine. And then you got people like Kate Meany who absolutely, are, if you don't look at their back, they're chiseled, gorgeous people. But Kate, that will go the way of your asshole and just start sagging and turning brown. Then what? That's the sad thing. That's the sad part. So I don't know. All these people who want to talk, like Chad Zumach has never been seen with a woman and wants to post up stuff about people's girlfriends, boyfriends, wives. He gets involved with Alex Stein fucking people, tears apart Kate Meany's sex life, judging it and stuff. It's like, I've never once judged Kate Meany for sticking, whatever she builds out of Legos up her asshole. Who cares? Again, she's the only one embarrassed by that. Her mother's the only one embarrassed by that. Everyone who's going like, what's the big deal? She likes anal is correct. Who cares? Kate's embarrassed by it. Her mom's embarrassed by it. So that's why it's funny. You announced to the world that you did anal and you're embarrassed by anal.
Did somebody find a clip of Stuttering John with a mandolin getting told to take a nap? Emergency show. We've got content for a week.
Okay, so let's get Kevin's take now on the video we just watched of Karl. So he came across that.
I'm sorry.
Careful of the mandolin.
I know, I see it.
I was doing requests.
Okay.
We were flagging requests for a little
Good
bit.
job. Did you take a nap?
I did not.
That was my request.
Do you know what I mean? It's so punchy and quick, and she walks out of the way. I'm like, is that
that was one?
Is that
Karl,
set up?
What's his name again? Karl Herberger. So I guess someone had taken a picture of.
Herberger is a great last name. Did you get a load of Herberger?
It doesn't even matter really what the context is. Karl never cares about
Context doesn't matter.
Karl will clip any fucking thing. Same like Melton. Melton will clip any fucking cow.
I don't clip anything. We kind of just watch things free form.
This thing, and I'll be like, I'm a radio guy. I'm doing Red Bar.
I mean, all these. I do have to give it up to Mike David. I mean, what did he do to everybody's brain? It is like you get in these people's heads, you can't get out of it. I mean, I don't know if Mike David's even ever talked about Kevin Brennan, has he? I don't watch Mike David's show. But holy shit, is Mike David in his head all the time. All the time. Just mentioning Melton and Red Bar and Karl. It's like, are you okay?
Things out of context. I'll go to people's weddings. I don't give a fuck.
And him grabbing onto that wedding clip from a month and a half ago. It's like, what is that about? Why did he pick up on that Kate Meany wedding clip thing today? Where did that come from?
So Karl, I guess, was doing a show. I'm assuming that's his wife. I don't know. But anyway, his wife comes in. Karl says, be careful of the mandolin. The mandolin. This is our leader, Karl.
So this is another thing losers do? Like, our leader? I've told you all a million times. Anyone who calls me daddy or leader or king that's insane parasocial behavior, and knock it off. I'm telling you, you go too far down that road, you turn into Chamonix Common. You do. That dude's. Now, look, a lot of it was probably meth activity, but that dude's gone, right? Like, he tries to like get in with these creators that he wants to be like. You know, he wishes he had all this talent. He doesn't, but he's watched enough Opie and Anthony and Red Bar to think he does. So he tries to like create those shows, and like they get mad when they get rejected by the community, and we're all like, this sucks. And they snap, and then they lose it and have to start lashing out. Like, I tried to get close to him, he didn't want me, so now I have to do a show hating him. I mean, what is he talking about right now?
He's talking about a fucking mandolin.
He's like, he has a mandolin? This is your king? It's like, I mean, did anybody ever call Karl our leader or our king? Like, what are we talking about?
And then he says, oh, and then he has that nervous laugh. Then he goes over to
Karl's a nerd. Karl's a nerd. We've never denied this. I'm a fucking dork nerd. Karl plays in a band called the Isotopes. You know, all these people, again, I'm a theater kid. I can't stop singing and making jingles and being, you know, silly. So, you know, a lot of people interpret that as gay, and they can't handle it. They don't know what to do with their feelings. Melton's gay with all that singing and giggling and jingles. You know, it makes people like Chad mad. They don't understand it. They're just like, he just fucking giggles and having fun and making up songs. Ugh. These guys get angry. You know, Chad's idea of being creative is playing Hype Train and doing this for an hour. It's fucking pathetic. Tukey can make up songs and sing and be creative and use his words. I'd be willing to bet he was a theater kid, a drama kid, a musician kid. I grew up playing the drums and playing the guitar and playing piano. And I mean, Kevin said in this show, music is gay. Music sucks. I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Clips suck and clips are gay too. Unless Kevin's doing it, then it's all great, right? I mean, what a fucking loser.
request. And then she goes, did you take a nap? That's my request.
That is funny. I'm sorry, it's still funny.
Take a fucking
Did you take a nap? Because that's my request.
nap.
Now he's going to play it again. Kevin's thing is that he plays a clip over and over and over again for 3 hours. Melton's thing is that he plays it once and pauses it with commentary. So you really do have to pick a style of critiquing you like. Do you like Kevin's dementia-addled, let's go over it again, let's go over it again, let's go over it again, let's go over it again? Or do you like Melton's slow, methodical, you know, breakdown that takes forever? You might be going, I don't like either one. But you do, because you're watching. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Chad.
I'm sorry.
It's been on pause. Sorry, I was waiting for him to play it.
Careful the mandolin.
I know, I see it.
I was doing requests.
Okay.
We were flagging requests for a little
Good
bit.
job. Did you take a nap?
I did not.
That was my request.
That was my request.
I mean, if you put that up as a reel on TikTok, it would blow up. Because it's like, I'm telling you, that's a genre of TikTok that is out there, and that would blow up. Just as that reel, that's a great reel. It's a great reel.
You took a nap. Imagine if Opie had that episode. Imagine if Opie was doing a show and his wife walked in and he said, be careful of the mandolin. Karl wouldn't do a whole hour, maybe a week of episodes about that?
Yes. Because Opie can't play an instrument, and Opie's wife has never been on his stream. This is the logical fallacy we're going to go with. If my wife came in and I said, watch out for the mandolin, they would never live it up. It's like, yeah, your wife's not ever on your stream, and you don't have any talent. Karl plays instruments, and his wife's always on his stream. So it's not that remarkable or that big of a deal. So, yes, KB is right. If that happened to Stuttering John, we'd all be like, whoa, there's a girl at Stuttering John's house? And we'd do a month on it. Not me, but them. If that happened to Opie, yes, it would be a much bigger moment. If that happened to KB, yes, it would be a much bigger. If it happened to Melton, it would be a much bigger moment. But it didn't happen to Karl. And Karl plays the mandolin. Karl has a mandolin. You know, nobody's playing the clip of him playing the mandolin 10 minutes before this. That somehow is not super embarrassing. The only people who think it's embarrassing that Karl can play instruments is Chad. Chad plays clips of Karl's band like, look, he's in a band. What an idiot. It's like, I mean, it just musical notes and math in general confuse Chad. So, of course, that's a joke to him. Again, I'm not going to sit here and do this thing where you all are like, instruments are gay, mandolin's gay. It's like, oh, okay. But it's not a perfect 1-to-1 comparison to go like, if this happened to Opie, we'd all be. It's like, yeah, I mean, if Opie's wife walked in, we've seen Jenny Jiggles 1,000 times, right? She's on the show. Karl's not a secret mandolin player. He just got done playing the mandolin and set it down. This isn't a gotcha. Don't get me wrong. A little cringe, a little funny, 100%. You can razz Karl about this. Oh, did him need a nap? Is him cranky? First of all, I get hungry and cranky and don't even realize it. And my wife has to say to me, you need to eat something. Thank you. I mean, clip this and get it out there for the own. Maybe this could be Kevin's whole show today. Occasionally, I'm not realizing how cranky I get, Kevin. And my wife has to pull me aside and go, you might want to eat something. You seem a little testy right now. You might want to take a nap. You know, like, that's just called a good partner. I know you probably wouldn't fucking recognize that, Kevin, since you and your wife live in separate wings of the 2-bedroom apartment. It's just not it's not an own. It's not a sick own. I mean, it just really isn't. I mean, get it together. Don't get me wrong. He's your enemy. It's a very funny clip. Play the clip and make fun of it. He plays this. I'm not kidding. I skipped ahead an hour. And he's still replaying the clip going like, this is the most he says this. This is the most embarrassing clip I've ever seen on the internet. And now you just go, wow, Kevin's out of ideas. Kevin's out of ideas. And then I saw no shortage of, there are probably 5 people after this sharing this clip going like, this destroys Karl. Like, holy fucking shit. And I'm just not there. I'm not there. And again, it has nothing to do. Again, I don't watch Karl's show. You want to know why I didn't cover this? I ain't into Karl's show. Why didn't anybody else cover this? It's like, because nobody watches Vince the Lawyer? I mean, why didn't anybody do hours on this? I don't know. Because we're not delusional where we have to just make up. Don't get me wrong. Have it on your show. It's content no one else was covering. We would have never seen this clip. It's very, very funny. Karl deserves to get roasted a little bit. From now on, he'll be teased about taking naps. Sure. This isn't it. I mean, somebody's saying Melton would do this to Steel Toe. I mean, for 2 hours, if you think I would make fun of her going, you need a nap, you're crazy. We didn't spend 2 hours on her saying she couldn't come. We didn't spend 2 hours on that. So you're all fucking delusional. Again, I wish it was all recorded. Now, look, it's a thing forever, right? Mooby can't make his wife come. And anytime Karl starts getting testy from now on, I imagine people will pipe up with this joke. Oh, do you need a nap? That was my request. I mean, look, it's out there now. It's funny. It is a thing. It's the most embarrassing clip Kevin has ever seen on the internet. Chad stood up in a court Zoom meeting with no pants on. Yeah, but Karl needed a nap once. Okay. If it doesn't feel forced to you yet, let's just keep going, I guess.
Get Kumia involved, they'd all be yucking it up. Look at Opie saying, "Oh, be careful of my mandolin." You fucking nerd. You fucking loser. Oh, we're taking requests. Did you take a nap? Say your mom, Karl? Why is someone asking you if you took a fucking nap? Do you get cranky?
Probably. That's the other thing, Karl. Kevin doesn't understand too. Is like, because to Kevin, doing a podcast means going live, ending it, and then going about his business. It's like anybody that their podcast is like a job, a real, and I get it. You know, Kevin makes more than all of us by just doing that. But then for Kevin to walk around and pretend like he knows what it's like to have a business or actually give a fuck about your show, or, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, again, it's just not a fair comparison. It's not. Karl has a business. Karl does many different shows across many different brands. And just as a person who has his fingers in several different pots of poi, as you will, you know, all day long, there's stuff to do. There's editing, there's posting, there's customer service emails, there's technical shit, there's planning, there's, you know, it's a full-time job. It is all day long with something. Now, Kevin doesn't do any of that, so he doesn't understand it. Kevin wouldn't know a thumbnail if it bit him in the ass. Kevin doesn't know anything about YouTube marketing. He doesn't do any of that. Nobody does for his channel. Again, which is why it's funny when he makes fun of smaller shows. It's like, Kevin does make more money than everyone in this Dabbleverse. He makes no money compared to anyone, like, in the actual world. But, like, in this corner of the universe, Kevin makes more money than all of us. There's no denying that. Again, he $50,000 a month, I imagine, checks pouring in, but he probably has one of the smaller podcasts. Like, Tukey gets more viewers than Kevin Brennan. Karl gets way more viewers than Kevin Brennan. Chrissy Mayer gets way more views than Kevin Brennan. Melton gets way more views than Kevin Brennan on a podcast. I mean, it just is. It just is. He's got the 1,100. Let's say 2,000 watch it live. Let's say 2,000. And then 800 more on Patreon. That's assuming none of those are crossovers and everyone watches every show, which we all know isn't true. But let's just say that's 3K total. It's the most you can ever claim on a podcast. It's the most you can ever claim on a podcast. So it's like, let's not pretend Tukey doesn't blow that away. The potato blows that away some days. And if you want to talk about Karl and WATP, it's massively big beyond that. But Kevin does this thing where he's like, he needs a nap from what? From what? He does a 2-hour show. Then what else? It's like, I don't know.
Karl, we never saw Cranky Karl. We never saw Cranky Karl, did we? Where's Cranky Karl been? Cranky Karl needed a nap? So why didn't Melton cover that?
So he, again, perfect freeze frame here for early onset Kevin. Kevin just saw this last night. I think it was actually just posted last night. Of course, we're talking about 2 days ago now. But he don't know why Melton didn't cover it. Melton does a show Monday morning, Tuesday morning, Thursday morning, and Friday morning. Melton was also on vacation until Tuesday morning. So this wasn't posted yet when Melton did a show Tuesday morning. It wasn't posted when Melton did a show Tuesday afternoon. Brennan saw it Tuesday night, and Wednesday afternoon, when Melton hasn't even done a show yet, he wants to know why Melton hasn't covered this. Now, look, this is a pathetic attempt to get everyone to cover this, and it worked because I'm going to cover it, but not in the way you think. Not in the way you think. I'm sorry, but 3 hours about this clip does nothing but scream mental illness to me from Kevin Brennan. I mean, this is a nothing hamburger. I mean, it really is. It really, really is. And I see all the Karl cucking comments in the chat. I'm not biting today. What is, man. What is. And if you think this is a 3-hour, if you think Kevin is really upset about this, you're out of your mind. You're out of your fucking mind. He started his show screaming again about a clip of Kate Meany that he's known I did a month and a half ago, acting newly outraged about it. This is fake. This is fake. Kevin is manufacturing anger. And by the way, he's never done it so poorly. We all know this a little bit, right? We all know a little bit that Kevin hams it up for his show. But at some point it becomes pathetic. Like, this is transparent as fuck. No one is this mad about this clip. No one. I mean, his wife thought he needed a nap. I just like, I'm not, it's not 2007, Kevin. We don't get riled up about little nothing burgers like this. I mean, you got to come with something else. It's okay to do 10 minutes about this. It's not okay to do 3 hours and pretend like you're harboring some anger about it. I mean, what are you angry about? What are you so mad about? All these guys make less money than you, according to you, and they all suck. What are you angry about? And by the way, everyone always says Melton's angry. It's like, if you think this is anger. Wow, Melton gets so mad that I talk about Karl. It's like, I'm incensed. These people have let it go beyond fun. I mean, they've let it go. If you're not having fun doing it, if it's causing you mental anguish and making you mentally unwell, I think you should get out of it. You know, people make fun of me. They're like, Melton said he didn't listen to all the Red Bar stuff when Mike was talking about him because he knew it wouldn't be good for his mental health. It's like, yeah, I mean, why would I just sit there and listen to a guy make up shit? Same thing I told Kate Meany about me. We're going to sit here and make up shit about you. We're going to fantasize about worms digging into your asshole like James and the Giant Peach. Yeah, we're going to sit here and speculate and go on, whimsical flights of fancy in our mind about what that rotten core of a tunnel of an asshole looks like in your backside. It's not going to be fun for you if you're like new to the internet and don't get trolling. It's not going to be interesting to you. Now, look, you'd be a fool to like fight everything everybody says on you on the internet. This is also the thing going on with Karl and Stuttering John. Stuttering John, I guess, posted a picture of Karl's dad and talking about Karl's dad's cancer. And Karl's having a little bit of an emotional reaction to it. Karl doesn't like this. And look, speaking from a person whose dad did die of cancer, it gets sweet. It gets real sweet after they're gone. Mwah. No more cards, no more checking in. It's the best. So let him go, Karl. Let him go into that sweet, sweet sunset. No, I don't know if Karl's dad has cancer. Well, I guess 2 years ago, Karl announced his dad had cancer and put it all out there. And then Stuttering John comes out and goes, wow, he doxed his dad. He doxed his dad. It's like, first of all, no one knows what doxing is anymore. I just... Jesus fucking Christ. People don't know what going after is. People don't know what doxing is. And people don't know what tough guy means. It's fucking wild. Wow, Melton thinks he's a tough guy. No, he doesn't. I literally scream every show that I'm a giant pussy and not a tough guy and not going to do anything. And without fail, Chad and Kevin every day bite their nails and go, well, Melton thinks he's a tough guy. Nobody's scared of him. He thinks he's such a tough guy. It's like, what a bunch of fucking idiot losers. And by the way, pussies, you know what I mean? Fuck. If anyone keeps going on and on about how they're not scared and the other guy must be a tough guy, they're scared pussies. And me saying that isn't me trying to make me sound like a tough guy. They're just pussies who are scared. They can't stop talking about what a tough guy I am. Pussies. They're weak pussies. Does that make me tough and strong? No, I'm also a weak pussy. I just don't pretend I'm not. What a bunch of fucking pussies. No one's ever threatened to do anything to them, and they can't stop Go ahead, I dare you to do something. He said he's gonna beat me up. He's such a tough guy. It's like, wow. What a bunch of fucking pussies. Like, genuinely, on levels.
What don't you get, Melton? Karl married his mom, and she made him turn the pooter off to take a nappy nap. Sleep tight, Karl, you fucking hack.
Yeah, I guess his mother's Karl's his mother. Karl's wife is very matronly looking. You know. But again, like, aren't they in their 40s? Guess what? First of all, is Kevin's wife in her 60s? Let's see her. Who cares? Who cares? And then, like, as if that's the test of anything. Your wife doesn't still look good? Has time passed on her? What a piece of shit. You should always have a 20-year-old hot wife. I mean, just what a bunch of losers. Tell me you have nothing in your life. Again, when Chad Zumach is sitting in his sofa-less apartment, never having had a meaningful relationship with his wife, extending back to his mother, Akimbo. I mean, he's going to wag his finger at you about relationships? Okay. That's really going to carry a lot of water. Kevin makes all that Krautcat. Kevin makes all that money and puts 0% of it back into his show. Laptop camera, no production, Walkman headphones from 1998. Who cares? It works for him. Look, again, it's a nothing burger. It is funny. It is a reference, right? Kevin with his Time Life operator headset, with his drive-through headset. Yes, it's out there. It's a meme. We've all acknowledged it. Imagine just roasting it for 3 hours. Okay, first of all, let's zoom in on Kevin's headset. I mean, who cares? Who cares? Literally, first of all, I won't even say that part. I won't even say it. It doesn't matter. But this guy is the guy you're going to, I mean, this is the guy who's going to tell you how it all goes. Okay. How mad are you again about the Kate Meany video? First of all, Melton, a month and a half ago, did a thing that was nothing. It's like, he does this thing too, like, Melton found this video of her. It's like, no, she posted this video up. Do you understand how everybody gets all sensitive the minute you just see something differently? Kate Meany posted this video up.
She's a good girl, raves about Elvis, loves horses, and her boyfriend too.
Owning it. Standing in the moment and owning it. It was awesome, right? Did you see Kate Meany sing? It was great. She shared it. She got a lot of likes. Her friends are like, oh my God, I love that song. Tag, tag, tag. Share, share, share. Everyone loved it. One person came along and was just like, look at this stupid bitch singing at a wedding. All of a sudden, private account, video struck, stole my video, copyright, how dare. Why? You're only allowed to watch what I put out and like it or be quiet. Melton's going to watch my video and say this is funny. Melton's going to watch my video and replay it as a joke every show. No. Take it down. Private. This was never put out there for people to critique. You can only like it. This is how Chad Zumach feels about his podcast. I mean, Chad Zumach. We're gonna be laying out a case in the next week for you. I've got a lot of prep going on in the background. I'm gonna be showing you the difference between Chad Zumach then and now. Chad Zumach then and now. I mentioned earlier that he doesn't really post anything that's joyful anymore. There's not really a lot of happy stuff. Now, look, he loves posting the old things he did, the waiter sketch, Bob and Tom, old stand-up clip, the waiter sketch. Here's an old episode, the waiter sketch. Here's something from the Brian Cox radio show, the waiter sketch. Here's something I used to do. Here's an old sketch. Here's a waiter sketch. You know, like every 3 months, Chad just posts member berries to his show. So there's never any kind of silliness or whimsy now. Everything coming out of Chad now is damage control, hide it. I mean, again, go back a year, Chad rarely hid a video. You're hard pressed now to find a video Chad allows to stay public. Why? Well, it hurts Chad when people don't like what he puts out. This will be up later for members. It's got to be. If he left it private or if he left it public and allowed comments on it and you to see the view count, you would see that Chad's not doing very well. Go look at the videos he has out that are public. 1,000 views, 1,300 views. And his members only ones are less than that. Just sad. So we've got people who want to do comedy and want to put out content, but they don't like it if you don't receive that content in the manner with which it was intended. Chad puts out a very funny, seriously entertaining podcast. And if you don't see it that way, you will get banned and hated. If you don't see this podcast as a fun, entertaining podcast, if you hate watch it, if you want to leave a hate comment every day, you are welcome to do it. I like and thumbs up every comment on my channel, or a bot does. And you're welcome to do it. I literally do not delete a comment because it's critical. I just don't do it. And I literally don't delete anybody out of the chat room because they're critical. Unless it's like, for a bit. Last person we did was Colt C, and then he's never recovered from it. So I haven't done it since then. But I kicked him out for 5 minutes, and we've never seen the same Colt C since. It's like a snake bit man.
My Krang pink and big. Your Krang stinks like shit. My Krang got a Caesar due. Your Krang needs a tweezer, dude.
Yes. My Krang, your Krang. Krang me up. All right, let's get back to Kevin being very upset about this video. He plays an instrument, and his wife said he needed a nap. Strap in. 3 hours. He's very upset about this. Imagine. I mean, you had nothing for your show. How can I not pay anybody today? I can stretch this and make people think I actually care.
He likes to go after Steel Toe. Oh, because Karl's going to come out to Vegas for Onion Con? These fucking... I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for these fucking losers. Gee, how about if my wife walked in and I said, be careful of them, be careful...
Yeah, that would be a different thing, Kevin. We've never seen your wife. We'd all be shocked that you own an instrument with the brain of a Cro-Magnon man. We'd all be like, what? Yeah, that'd be a totally different situation. He's so dumb. Yeah, if my wife walked in and was like, you need a nap. Yeah, break the fucking internet. Yes. Karl's wife is on his show all the time. He plays the mandolin on his show all the time. Therefore, it's nothing. This is nothing. Holy shit. I don't know what's more disingenuous. The him trying to make this a thing. Him trying to make the Mandolincident one of the biggest things that's ever happened. I mean, for him to go, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen on the internet. It's like, what a fucking lying loser. And then the second thing is to bring it to you and act like you should act like this. And by the way, again, I did see 4 or 5 people run with this football baton he tried to hand out to everybody. But most of the people went like, I mean, who cares? Move on. This is 5 hours.
My Air Jordans. And then she's like, did you take a nap? That's my request. Karl wouldn't do 5 hours on that? I couldn't get my Wi-Fi or internet working one time. Remember, Melton? You fat fuck.
So hurt. So hurt. I mean, was that 6 months ago? and we played like a 3-minute clip and laughed and moved on with our lives. He's never, ever, ever gotten over it. He's never gotten over it. I mean, this stuff lives in his brain forever. It's like no one, and also, you know, just typical KB gaslighting himself. They made fun of me because my internet was out. It's like, is that why? My internet's down all the time. There's no clips of me struggling with it. No, the reason was because you didn't know what was going on, and there were a million clips of you freezing up, leaving, coming back, freezing up, coming back, your channel broadcasting dead for an hour, you coming back, leaving. That was hilarious. That was hilarious. You screaming about it, not knowing why it's not working, coming back, leaving, freezing up. Like, yeah, if Karl did that, we'd all be dying. Karl would never do that because he knows how the internet works. And the minute it's not working, he stops it and gets it working and back. Melton would never do that because when the internet's not working, I don't try to go live and have it keep cutting out and make 9-hour videos of me. We're back. That'd be fucking embarrassing as fuck. Yeah, so when you did it, we all laughed. There was like a fucking 2-hour show of you not being able to do anything and just not knowing about internet. If I disconnect, it'll cut. I don't know. It's just yes. I'll happily make fun of a clip of Karl doing that, or Steel Toe doing that, or Chad doing that, or me doing that. Can you point to one? Oh no, you're the only one who's ever acted like a fucking bumbling idiot on the about the internet for 2 hours. So this has never lost his mind. Or this has never left his mind, and he's still bitter and angry about it. I mean, it just lets you know where all this comes from. Oh, he's not really mad about a video Melton posted of Kate Meany a month and a half ago. He's mad he got roasted about being teased about the internet. He's not really mad about Karl and a mandolin or Karl's wife. He had to go find something to hold it up as this idol that represents all the animosity and hate he has towards Karl and Tukey and Shuli and Melton. He has to encapsulate it and wrap it up into something. So he did it with this reel that, again, is cringe and a little embarrassing, but nowhere near the most embarrassing video on the internet or something that should be harped on for hours. It just isn't. It just isn't. So we end up with things like Melton made fun of my Wi-Fi and music is gay. I mean, these are all just copes. I mean, you just hurt. You're just hurt. You do the worst clip show. Melton and Karl have more viewers than you. He's going to hate that. I hope people know that I say a lot of stuff just to get Kevin to bite. But these are facts. These are facts. More people see my show every day than see Kevin's show every day. That's just a fact. It's a numerical fact. Again, I'm not saying I have more live viewers than Kevin. He has twice as many, if not more, live viewers than I have. But then he immediately takes his show down and hides it behind a paywall, a la Chad. Therefore, now the only people who can see it are the 800 people. You don't even leave it up for YouTube members. So now the only people who can see it are the 800 people on Patreon or whatever. And it's like, oh boy. And by the way, I do have a correction. I want to be fair here to people. Hit the like button. We're tracking our metrics today. Everybody in the chat room is going to get something special if we hit 200 likes before 8 a.m. Everybody in the chat room is actually going to get a big, big surprise. I've worked with the people down at Andy's Candies to have a custom cake made. I've been saying the chat had 82 Patreon members because somebody posted in our Discord the chat had 82 Patreon members. And you know, every month it starts over at the beginning of the month. So if you check on the first or second, those numbers will be lower. And then as people renew, you'll get more and more. We're at the 25th of the month now. So it should be what it is. And that was last week when someone said he had 82 Patreon members. And this is a new week. It's the 25th. So we should be fair with how many Patreon members Chad has. And I checked this morning. So I do want to give the updated number, the actual number at the end of the month, how many Patreons Chad has now supporting him, Chad fans, how it's going, in other words. 84. It's 84. So I do want to apologize to everybody. Chad has 84 Patreon members. 84. I love when people in Vegas tell people in Vegas where stuff is. In-N-Out's behind the Excalibur a couple of blocks. And no, it isn't. It's on the other side of the street. It's behind New York, New York. It's really behind a freeway overpass. But I'll tell you where all the In-N-Outs are when you come to town. You don't need to worry about it. Anyway, let's get back to the anger about this clip.
Remember? And you went nuts. Karl did a big episode on me. Look, Kevin can't get his Wi-Fi going.
We can't do a big episode about nothing. I mean, you can, but it looks like this. It looks pathetic. He's subconsciously telling us what this is all retaliation for. Melton's going after Kate Meany. Why didn't Melton go after Karl for this? Did it just get published 6 hours ago? Maybe Melton hasn't seen it and or done a show since then. No! Why didn't Melton do hours on this? Well, the video hasn't even been up for hours. No! Why hasn't Melton done hours on this? He is now. He is.
Walk in and ask me if I took a fucking nap. You fucking loser.
Yeah, I mean, again, it'd be way bigger of a deal if your wife walked in and asked you to take a nap than if Steel Toe's wife did. Or if Karl's wife did. Because those wives are on the show all the time. It's expected that they're going to have little couples moments that are cringe and embarrassing. I mean, that's been proven. Yeah, if it happened to me or you, it'd be a way bigger deal. A way bigger deal.
God damn it, these fucking losers. So if my
So it's Chad logic. Watch how many times he just keeps going, these losers. This is how he copes with everything. He goes, oh, I can't get my Wi-Fi to work, but you losers. It's like, well, good comeback, KB. Oh yeah, I'm the one who's stupid, but you losers. It's like, oh boy.
Walked in, or Opie's wife walked in while he was doing a live stream.
He can't stop. He can't stop.
Him if he took a nap.
This false equivalency. He can't stop.
All disappointed.
You telling me if Barack Obama was streaming and Michelle walked in and said take a nap, it wouldn't be big news? You losers!
I'll go take a nap. Maybe I'll say maybe you should go lay down. They're acting cranky, and then I'll be like,
if Elon Musk was doing a show and my wife walked in and told him to take a nap, that wouldn't be. You losers!
Did you get a nap? I'll be careful not to stand on your mandolin. I mean, this is fucking pathetic. But the fact that no one covered this. I never even saw it. I saw it by accident. I was like, what the fuck is this? How come no one covered this?
I mean, he's not even hearing his own voice. I just saw this last night because that's when it got put up. How come no one covered it? I saw it by accident. How come no one's covering this? Because I don't watch Vince the Lawyer. You do. I don't watch. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I've got a request. I've got a request and I don't have a choice. Chip Galloway has an end or extend token for this program. And that means he can extend any show for 1 hour whenever he wants. And he can also end any show at any point whenever he wants. And I actually had many more things for you today, but Chip says end the show. End the show. And that means we have to end the show.
Your manner is most unbecoming of a gentleman. Would you be high on cigarettes?
I don't know if the comedy hasn't hit them yet. They're full-blown retarded or just high on cigarettes.
A question posed to stupid hoes who don't get it yet. Excuse me, miss. Are you high on cigarettes? I don't know if the comedy hasn't hit them yet. They're full-blown retarded or just high on cigarettes. All the laughter that you decoy if you listen to the show, boy. Patrick melting faces have you stacking an low point. It's the low point, not the reason. The reason is fucking gold. Gonna make the taco pony party be a party of soul. To make you vandalize a van with a pedal sticker so bold the family probably get arrested before they get down the road. Oh, stupid motherfuckers just got NL loaned. Other radio shows are straight bitch mail prone. Talk shit on the onions that nobody like past. Have my homeboy lame prank call him fast. Have him thinking that he hates him like right before he berates him. And the way that he baits him, put him right on blast. Like Patrick is an asshole and his show won't last. And every time I call, then he